Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be covering a brand new stock to the channel. The company name is A2Z Smart Technologies Corporation, and as the name implies, they're involved in the tech sector. Now in today's video, we're specifically going to talk about an area of their business involved in revolutionizing the grocery industry. So I'm super excited to get into today's update. Before we do though, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below if you've heard of this company before, if you're currently holding shares, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in this space. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a company by the name of A2Z Smart Technologies Corporation, trades on the NASDAQ exchange under the ticker symbol AZ. Now, as you can see, this is as of close on Friday, May 13th, an absolutely monster day for this company. They were up $1.17 US per share, so about 34% in the regular trading session to close out the day at $4.63 US. And in after hours trading, we've seen the company move an additional 30% or $1.37 to round out to $6 US. Now with that being said, there's a ton going on at this company that we're going to talk about in today's presentation. But before we do, I wanted to take a quick look at the chart. So this is the one-day chart. You can see up and to the right the entire day. And if we pull up a 6-month chart, very similar to a lot of the companies we've seen in the overall or macro environment, A2Z Smart Technologies has been downtrending. They're coming off a high in late December of $11 US. Again, virtually cut that share price in half until today's session where they've seen a dramatic move to the upside. Now with that being said, and for those of you who aren't super familiar with A2Z, I wanted to jump over to the corporate website. As you can see on their landing page, innovative solutions for complex challenges, whether that's saving time, saving money, or saving lives. And as we continue to scroll down, they give a really good high-level summary of what this organization's all about. So creating innovative solutions for complex challenges, that's what made A2Z Smart Technologies a leader, and now we're leveraging the know-how from more than 3 decades of designing sophisticated systems for Israel's defense and security forces to power our way into the civilian market. So A2Z's flagship products range from the world's first proven in-use mobile self-checkout shopping carts, which we're going to explore in today's video, to advanced automotive fire prevention systems, remote-controlled bomb disposal, and firefighting robots, and unique portable energy smart packs. So a very well-diversified business, again, with the underlying or consistent theme of technology. Whether it's revolutionizing retail sales or protecting people, we focus on saving time, saving money, and saving lives. So what's not to love about that business model? Now, although today's presentation is really focused on the self-checkout shopping carts and revolutionizing the grocery industry, I did want to zoom out for a second and take a look at the greater organization. So if we look at the company overview, you can see it was founded all the way back in 1988. Trades under the ticker symbol AZ, and they've got a variety of different core business units or areas worth mentioning. So first and foremost, again, that advanced retail shopping solution, which we're going to explore in detail during today's presentation. Defense robotics, so security and military robotics and unmanned ground vehicles or UGVs. Automotive safety, so eliminating the danger of fuel tank combustion or explosions in the event of a crash or collision, and smart energy packs, which are multi-purpose, safe, quiet, and environmentally friendly. So obviously a number of different use cases here, and I'll give you a high-level summary of each one of these core units before we actually do the deep dive on the retail shopping experience. Now with that being said, and before we jump into the article from Tech Markets Today, I wanted to do that high-level overview of the various different products offered by A2Z. So here you can see the retail solution. So this is the Custom-8 Smart Cart platform that we're going to look at in depth. Below that, you've got their automotive safety division. So this is that revolutionary fuel tank system that's focused on automatically eliminating the danger of fuel tank combustion in collisions, which is going to save lives, reduce vehicle damage, and in turn vehicle costs. They've also got their portable energy solution. So this is that lightweight portable smart energy pack for military and civilian use, employing advanced technology to produce electricity whenever and wherever it's needed. So on-demand electricity that's power on the go, suitable for homes, offices, or in the field. And then finally, they've got their security and military applications. So these are robust, dedicated robotics and those UGVs we talked about for the military. And these are going to aid first responders that handle everything from terrorism to urban warfare and bomb disposal, again, saving lives and keeping personnel or actual humans out of harm's way. And then supporting all of these technologies is actually the maintenance and technical support, which is really focused on creating those long-term relationships with customers, handling, calibrating, and repairing the A to Z products, as well as those from other manufacturers. So ensuring that customers are taken care of from end to end whenever they have a concern or issue. Now, as we start to hone in on the Custom8 Smart Cart platform, I wanted to give an overview of what this technology is all about, so you have this as a frame of reference as we move into the next articles. So powering the digital retail ecosystem of the future, some of the highlights, you guys, are personalized in-store experiences, app and marketing placement, physical store analytics, so that would actually be for the grocery retailer themselves, targeted advertising, point of sale 2.0, so you can actually pay and check out items without having to stand in line, coupons, and then additional data and analytics. So obviously this provides a lot of benefits, not only for the shopper, but for the retailer or the store chain itself. Now, some of the key features of the Smart Cart are a UI touch screen, so designed for ease of use. The user interface touchscreen provides shoppers with information on the products that they're purchasing, and we're actually going to watch a video showing that in action. There's an LFT or legal for trade scale system embedded in the cart, so you can actually weigh different items, whether that's bulk food or vegetables, things like that. They've got that on-cart payment system, which eliminates the need for customers to wait in line to make payment. They've got an anti-fraud weighting system, so very similar to the self-checkouts, but the cart itself will actually weigh the products to make sure people aren't stealing or miscounting their goods. They've got a barcode scanner, so very standard for any grocery or retail experience. Computer vision, so this is foolproof, tamper-proof, and powered by advanced ML capabilities. The onboard video camera recognizes every item that's placed in the cart, comparing it with the barcodes and weights. So there's different levels of redundancy, again, to ensure that everything's accurate for both the customer and the retailer. And the final point here is the Smart Gate. That's going to ensure customers using the Custom8 cart exit through a dedicated Smart Gate to validate the checkout, and they may be redirected for a brief security screening or regular checkout process if deemed necessary. So honestly, when I was doing my due diligence on this product, I was overwhelmed and impressed with the amount of technology that they've been able to put into a simple shopping cart. And in my opinion, the only thing missing from these shopping carts as a new parent is somewhere for my kid to sit and watch his iPad as I'm doing my shopping. So now that we have an understanding of what A2Z Smart Technologies is all about, how their company is structured, their various different business units or divisions, and we've done a more detailed dive on their Custom8 Smart Cart platform, I wanted to move into this article from Tech Markets Today and really talk about some of the reasons, 9 to be specific, that they're so excited about A2Z Smart Technologies over the next couple of quarters. So the first thing I wanted to call out here, you guys, before we even see the title, insiders are holding and still own over 37% of this company. Now, I talk about this a lot on my channel, but insider ownership, especially for these smaller cap companies, is crucially important for me to see because it really signals a high level of confidence from the management team for the fact that they have their own money or skin in the game and they're fully invested in their own company. So the NASDAQ listed company that just might streamline the $12 trillion grocery market. So that's right, trillion with a T, you guys. Absolutely massive potential here. Benchmark Equities team initiates coverage on A2Z Smart Technologies with an $18 price target. So as we start to explore the article, you can see first and foremost some breaking news talking about A2Z receiving an order for additional smart carts in the neighborhood of $10 million US in terms of the purchase order. So we're going to talk about that next up in today's presentation. But before we do, I wanted to talk about their bullish thesis for A2Z over the next few quarters. Now, the article starts off by highlighting some of the features we talked about a couple of slides ago. So the touch screen, the digital scale, and the automated checkout process. And they've got a really cool video here that I wanted to highlight. So we won't watch the whole video, but I thought this segment was super interesting, again, just to see the functionality in action. So here we go.
Scale calculates the weight. Oops, Just remembered you're out of shampoo? Search for the item, add it to your list, and watch your navigation route update automatically. Wait, what's this? Ketchup is on sale? I'll take 2. That's it, I'm done.
So super cool technology, and you can see how beneficial this would be to the actual retailer themselves. So they have those targeted ads, they can help customers actually find their way through the store, and on average they find customers actually spend more money using these carts compared to traditional shopping carts. Not to mention it's much easier for the customer themselves because they can pay on the fly and they don't have to waste time looking for items around the store when maybe they're not familiar with that location. And I'll leave a link to this Tech Markets Today news article in the video description below. So if you want to go in and watch the full video, I would highly encourage you to do so. Now, as we continue to scroll down, here are the 9 reasons why Tech Markets Today is so excited about A2Z technology. So I'll talk about these briefly and then we'll expand on them in a little bit more detail to round out today's presentation. So number 1, according to a report by Research and Markets, the global smart shopping cart market is expected to grow by over 400% from now to 2026. And A2Z Smart Technologies is a technology company focused on providing this retail automated solution with their smart carts, in particular for large grocery stores and supermarkets. So this is an industry that's expected to expand exponentially over the next couple of years, and A2Z is already front and center in this marketplace. Now, second, the mobile payment market size was valued at $980 billion in 2020. It's obviously expanded since then, and it's projected to reach $15.7 trillion by 2028, according to a report by Verified Market Research. So Customate intends to become the leading mobile checkout system in the international market by providing a solution to the hassles of shopping for both consumers and retailers. So again, that on-the-fly payment optionality where you can scan your phone on the smart cart and avoid the checkout or the lineup. Third point here, they refer to as a hungry market. There are around 63,000 supermarkets and grocery stores in the US alone as of this year, with an average of 300 carts per store. So that implies over 19 million shopping carts in the US alone. And in theory, each and every one of those could be upgraded to a smart cart if the store sees the benefits of this product. So this could prove to be that massive opportunity or catalyst for Customate and in turn A2Z Technologies. Now, fourth on the list here, change in the grocery store is long overdue, and this is something I can definitely relate to. The shopping experience really hasn't changed in decades. 85% of customers say they want grocery retailers to help them make a whole range of changes in the way they live, shop, and eat. For example, they want ways to save time, reduce food waste, and make the process of grocery shopping easier. And the other thing I'll add to this point, we've all seen inflation effects here, specifically on the grocery store. So if customers are able to actually save money and see coupons in real time, I think that's a major benefit for this technology and something that a lot of customers or grocery store patrons are really going to look for and find value in. Fifth point, Customate already has a proven smart cart with multiple pilots around the world, including in the United States and that existing $10 million order in Israel, which we're going to look at next up. They're currently in pilots in the US, Mexico, and Israel, and have entered into major regional partnerships in Asia, Europe, and North America. So truly a global player and have their technology in grocery chains around the world. Now, the sixth point really talks about a buyout potential or opportunity here. So big players are now moving into this space and starting to snap up or buy smart cart companies. In late 2021, so last year, we saw Instacart announce that it was paying $350 million to acquire Caper AI, a startup that builds smart carts and cashierless checkout technology. So this is potentially an exit opportunity for A2Z Technologies, and if these smart carts get adopted in a big way, this could be a potential buyout opportunity or candidate for one of these large-scale players. And obviously that should be super exciting as someone who's invested in this company. Now, the last couple points here, you guys, Customate's management team is best in class. They've got a mind-blowing 500 plus years combined experience in retail and have held executive positions in some of the largest point of sale companies in the world, including NCR and Toshiba. And what's interesting about that, it actually flows perfectly into the 8th point here. Their carts are already compatible with that technology from NCR and Toshiba point of sale systems, which makes their Customate the only plug and play solution in the market, needing only Wi-Fi and a power source in most large grocery store chains. So because of this existing experience of the management team, they've already got this integration in place with a lot of the big point of sale systems in these stores. Now, the other thing that's super cool, the carts actually come in 4 different sizes, so they can be easily integrated into stores from a full grocery store or department store environment all the way down to local corner stores. And 5th and final point really talks about that price target from Benchmark's equity research team. They're one of the most experienced groups on the street or in the market, and their analysts have on average over 2 decades of equity research experience, and many also have substantial work experience in the industries that they cover. So Daniel Kurnos, who's a CFA, he's the one who initiated coverage on A2Z Smart Technologies and issued that $18 price target. And here you can actually see Daniel's rating. He's got 4.5 out of 5 stars on the analyst performance tracker, an $18 price target, which implies 375 upside potential based on the current share price. Now, if we look at the total addressable market, again from Research and Markets, you can see the global grocery retail market size is expected to reach just about $15 trillion by 2030. This is one of the most cyclical products known to man, you guys. People need to eat, and in order to eat, they have to go into grocery stores or grocery retailers to buy that food. And as the population around the world continues to grow, the demand for food and retail shopping experiences is also going to grow. And that's exactly what we see in this chart here with the growth of grocery store numbers and sales in the United States from 1992 to 2021. So this is actually the number of sales in billions of dollars, going all the way from about $350 billion in 1992 to upwards of $800 billion in 2021. And despite all that growth, we've actually seen very little in terms of technological advancements in the grocery store space or retail experience. So over the last 20 years, we have seen the development of self-checkout. We've seen e-commerce obviously come onto the scene with Amazon and Amazon Go. We now have scan and go optionality, so again, included at some of those self-checkouts. But it's not till 2020 when the smart cart and the mobile self-checkout solution actually hit the scene. And despite a lot of these technologies becoming mainstream, they really aren't solving the root issue for a lot of consumers, which is standing in line. So you still find lineups in grocery stores now for the self-checkout solution. And e-commerce is great, especially same-day shipping, but in a lot of situations, you need to pick up a product in real time, whether you're going out to a party, you're late for dinner, or you're actually cooking something from scratch in your own home. And those are the exact problems that the Smart Cart is looking to solve. So again, there's no lineups, you guys. It makes the in-store experience seamless and really removes a lot of the frustration associated with grocery stores. We've all been in this situation. You're asking yourself, how could the person in front of me not be ready to pay? Why is this person still looking for their wallet? And why am I wasting my time in this line when I could be out doing something more enjoyable? And that's exactly where the Customate Smart Cart platform comes in and really addresses this concern for the customer. Now, with that being said, there's also significant benefits for the retailer as well. So grocery stores also benefit from the Smart Cart because they can now use big data capabilities that are in constant communication with store management to keep track of the shopper's activities, prevent fraud, automatically issue restocking alerts if products are running low. And what they've actually found in the data collected from the rollout in Israel is the average consumer spends, in comparison to other traditional carts or checkout processes, about 20% more in these stores. So in a business where retailers are fighting for a 1 or 2% margin, again, that's being stressed even more in this period of high inflation. Increasing the overall spend by 20% is actually a game changer for a lot of these retailers. And that's why we're starting to see global adoption of this smart cart technology. And again, here's a few screenshots that were pulled from that video we watched in terms of the store mapping capabilities and some of the targeted product placement. And obviously in situations where you see a benefit to the customer and a benefit to the retailer, you'd expect the demand for these type of products to increase, and that's exactly what's driving that estimate of the smart cart demand quadrupling by 2026. So with that being said, Customate recently announced that it signed an agreement with Flex, which is a global diversified manufacturer for the production of these smart carts in the retail industry. Flex has facilities in 30 countries around the world, as well as state-of-the-art logistics, manufacturing, and supply chain capabilities. So the ability to actually get these products or carts to different retailers around the world. The intent of this partnership is to support A2Z in meeting the anticipated demand and improving delivery times for their customers worldwide. The advanced manufacturing, logistics, and shipping capabilities that Flex offers could be leveraged by A2Z to initiate pilot programs with minimal downtime and expedite the delivery of these custom-made smart cart platforms to customers anywhere in the world. So a big component here, you guys, is as stores start to see how well these products or this technology works, they're going to want more of them to replace, again, on average, about 300 carts per store. And A2Z Technologies already has that manufacturing and distribution capability in place. And that's a perfect segue to this section here, which really talks about the leadership team and the foresight and the track record that this team has from their long history in the high-tech space. So again, A2Z is an Israeli-based high-tech company that specializes in different products for police, military, and civilian use. Again, they were focused on traditional defense contracts. Now they're breaking into the civilian world. The company's vision is to develop groundbreaking technology solutions that are going to enhance the individual's daily life and penetrate international markets. And really the front-running example of this is their custom-made solution, which is now the world's first proven in use self-checkout smart cart that again is looking to streamline this $12 trillion grocery market. Now, the CEO and director of A2Z Smart Technologies is Joseph Ben-Sur. He's a serial entrepreneur and has previously served as a chairman of the International Elad Hotels chain, a director of the Marlaz Holdings Group, which is focused on publicly traded industrial real estate, communications, and high-tech companies, and previously held a position as CEO of Dig Limited, which produced and marketed electronic components sold throughout Israel. Now, in addition to his professional experience, he's also got several patents linked to his name and a proven track record of delivering shareholder value and progressing technology at these various different companies. Now, Amnon Peleg, he's the CTO or the Chief Technology Officer. He's a recognized specialist in the telecommunications, energy, and system operations space, and he's got over 2 decades of experience as a technological project manager for Israel's Prime Minister's office. So again, very well connected and an extremely strong track record in the corporate environment. Now, the other member I'll call out here is Raphael Yam. He's the CEO of Customate Limited. Again, the division focused specifically on this smart cart technology. He's got a rich background in identifying growth opportunities and introducing new products to satisfy the ever-changing customer landscape, trends, and demands. And the team at A2Z Technologies is really looking at Raphael to fast-track this technology and the adoption around the world for this smart cart platform. So for those reasons, you guys, 9 to be specific, a ton to be excited about with the smart cart technology. And the last thing I wanted to leave you with is actually an article that came out on Wednesday, May 11th, and it talks about A2Z receiving an additional smart cart order for an aggregate value of $10 million US. So A2Z announced that Yachinov, a premier Israeli supermarket chain, has placed a follow-up order for an aggregate of 1,000 custom-made smart carts after a successful initial rollout in their stores. So this was a chain that was actually trialing the smart cart solution. They've seen so much value that they've now ordered an additional 1,000 carts. The aggregate value of the orders received is worth an approximate $10 million US. The increased order was confirmed with a USD $1.75 million down payment, and the remaining balance will be paid upon delivery of the carts which will occur on an ongoing basis from now until October 31st of this year. So this is exactly why they need that distribution and manufacturing capability in place, because when retailers see the potential of this technology, they're going to want to order a number of these carts. And if A2Z didn't have that underlying distribution in place, they wouldn't be able to fulfill these orders. And as you can see in the quotes below, customers that shopped at these retail locations expressed their satisfaction and indicated that the carts have greatly enhanced their overall shopping experience. So the chain is responding to that by adding more carts. And that adoption is exactly what's supporting that $18 price target we looked at in the last article. So with that being said, you guys, a ton to be excited about with A2Z overall and specifically the smart cart technology. To close things out here, I wanted to leave you with a few key investment highlights. So number one, the team is focused on diverse, large, high growth markets, which include that retail smart cart application, robotics, vehicle safety, which is another huge area of opportunity that we just briefly touched on in today's presentation, and energy. They've got a broad patented portfolio of technology. Their custom-made retail smart cart is revolutionizing retail and currently executing international rollout, which we just discussed. They've got that proven management team with a long-standing track record and experience in the technology space, strong balance sheet with healthy cash position to continue to fund their expansion, and that targeted NASDAQ listing, which we've now checked off the list and we've actually seen come to fruition. So to me, that signifies that the team is able to execute on their promises and deliver that shareholder value. Now, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, I personally respond to each and every comment, you guys, so let me know what you think of A2Z Technologies, the smart cart application, and if you've ever actually used any of these trial carts in one of these retail locations. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button before you leave. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.